Okay, now it's official. Welcome to our Monday evening call for February 22nd, 2021. Gregory Muscari up here in Bozeman, Montana, welcoming all of you to our Live Younger Monday evening community call. And we do these calls every Monday evening to keep you informed, educated, and to share success. And success does leave clues. And we've got a rising star in our midst from Australia. And, I'd like to invite Helen Peak, maybe Helen and Tim, if you want to jump on. I'd love to invite you to introduce your newest director.
Helen and Tim.
Hey, Helen and Tim. There you are. There's Helen.
Oh, hi there. Yeah, very exciting. Yay, director. So Carolyn and I met. She was an organizer, invited me down to Australia, north of Sydney. We went down a couple times and spent time with her family. And she also was the makeup artist for the movie Babe. Yeah, put little pig wigs on their heads. So she owned a healing center when I first met her. And, she's very gifted healer and wonderful organizer and just one of my best friends in the whole world. We connected right away. And now we love working together, especially on our Live Younger team in LifeWave. So Carolyn's amazing. I'm going to go ahead and turn it over and let you meet her. Hey, Carolyn, go ahead and open up your mic and your video and let's see you, celebrate you. Yeah, there she is.
Hi. Thank you, Helen.
Good day.
Hi, Gregory. Hi, Robin. Hello, lovely to see you all. Yeah.
So we are thrilled that you're our very, very first director in Australia. Congratulations, my dear.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Yes, it came as a wonderful surprise.
No, you have been working very, very hard for quite a while now. And I remember when Helen first told me about you, she was so excited and hoped that you would come on board because she loves you so much. So we would love to hear from you, Carolyn. What are some of your tips? How'd you get where you're going? Because a lot of people want to be there. What would you like to share with them?
Well, the problem is if I hear of anything that's any good, I have to tell people. If I see a good movie, I have to tell them. If I read a good book, I have to tell them. And when Helen first told me about this, at the beginning, she said, well, it's non-transdermal. And I kind of went, well, then it can't work. I was really dismissive of it. Anyway, somebody had said to me, the only thing that would help my husband, who's been quite poorly, was stem cells. And I started to do research and I thought, I don't want people injecting horrible things into anybody. It just didn't sound right. And then Helen phones me up and said, I've found this amazing company who do stem cells, but they're non-transdermal, they're non-invasive to your body. They work on this level with light. And I'd always wanted, I work in the light. That's what I feel that my whole work is. It's all about working in the light. Anyway, the more I started to investigate, the more excited I got. And I initially just bought them for Frank. And then I started using them myself and started to sleep better. And I've always had a really big sleep problem. But the most incredible thing was I'd had 6 broken ankles and a fractured femur. I'd had so many terrible accidents in my life. I was a crazy woman who used to do all sorts of insane things when I was young. I loved going up on hang gliders and going on the back of motorbikes. I was always a bit wild. And having had all these injuries, when I hit 70, I realized that my body was just really in pain. My ankles hurt, my feet hurt. And I wasn't enjoying life anymore because I loved playing tennis. I just couldn't run around on the courts anymore. And then I started putting the X39 on me as well as Frank. And suddenly I realized I had no pain whatsoever in my feet. They're completely healed. And the doctor had said to me, you'll never be able to play tennis again. Just face it, you're never going to be like you were. And I went, yes, I am. I don't like people telling me that. Anyway, the more I've used them, the more I've seen extraordinary things happening. Things change that you don't expect to change. I wanted all my wrinkles to go away. That's all I really wanted. But having said that, the fact that I can now run and walk and, you know, cycle and do everything again really well in my 70s has thrilled me. I just went, you know what, this is what I wanted, to be old and fit and be able to have some time and enjoy life. And to be able to work with Helen again has just been so lovely. And the people who've joined me are the most beautiful people. I've met so many lovely, lovely different therapists who I've got to know. I told them about it. They've become involved. And we have these meetings. We all meet for lunch, either in a restaurant or at someone's house. And we just discuss all the different patches and what we can do with them, the successes we've had. Like, everybody's had different success stories. And yeah, I'm very happy to have joined this business, because I've been in many multi-level marketing and I swore on my life I would never join another one. I swore I would never join it. And when Helen told me, I went, oh no, I said I'll never do this again. I'm so glad that I can change my mind, because this is the best company I've ever been with, without question. I love the integrity of the company. I love David Schmidt and everything he has to say. And I love my upline. You help us so much. And that's what's always been lacking in every other company. I've never had that help from above to know what to do. We've never been trained really before. And so when I saw Phil Jones's, you know, empowerment series, How to Speak to People, I got it. I really got it. I went, I've always talked too much. I've always said too much, and less is better. I realize that now. I realize if I say to people, I've come across affordable stem cells, most people go, tell me about it. They want to know more, because we know stem cells is the future. And the more I watched, like Dr. Jeff and Dr., you know, all the different doctors talking, and they say, this is the healing of the future. This is the medicine of the future. And that's what I believe. I've always thought, you know, they told me I could never have children, ever. And I went to an Indian Ayurvedic doctor who covered me in needles, put me on a macrobiotic diet, and I had 2 beautiful babies. So, you know, I absolutely refuse to believe it when people say, no, that's not possible, because I think everything's possible. So, yeah, so I've been very happy working in this business. Yeah.
The most fun I've ever had.
Yeah.
And we are thrilled to have you as one of our directors. I wish our directors' calls were at a better time for you, but maybe we'll make a change. Who knows? So you never say no.
If I wake up at 3 a.m., I will join you.
Well, you know, it's your sheer joy and enthusiasm of sharing that, from my perspective, that's created the success, you know, and having the belief in the products and the company. And, you know, the fact that you're always learning, you know, that you've embraced the unknowns. And I think that's one of your great keys to success. So we're so happy for you, Carolyn, and your team. It's growing all over the place. And
yeah, I hope they're on. I'm not sure who's on, but there's lots of them. I said to them all, do come and join today's talk, because it's so lovely. They've been they're just a wonderful group of people. Karen and Katie and Pamela, they're just all so beautiful. And Tim in Africa, they can't be on this because of the time difference again. But Tim in Africa, I met 40 years ago when I was the makeup artist on the 2 Ronnies, and he was the caterer. And we hadn't spoken for 40 years when he saw a little video I put up about the stem cells, and he rang me, and that's how he got involved. So I just went, oh my God, I would in the whole world have never have dreamt of telling Tim in Africa, because I'd lost touch with him about them. And he's a manager now. So I just think you never know. You just never know who's going to jump on board and be with you. And you know, it's just wonderful being able to help my friends. So,
yeah. So beautiful. Well, I want you to make sure you read the chat, because there's some wonderful things for you in there. And Katie said, yay, Carolyn, you're amazing, and have such great support.
How
yeah,
lovely.
So thank you. We're excited to support you here and beyond, of getting wherever you want to go, my dear. And we're thrilled to have you as one of our leaders. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for acknowledging me. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Your enthusiasm is contagious, Carolyn. Yes. Don't ever sit down.
I just swam 42 laps of the pool, and I broke my rib 4 weeks ago. And I covered myself in patches when I broke my rib. And I went down to the doctor just to be sure that what I'd done. And I thought I'd taken all the patches off, and there were 2 still stuck here. And he goes, "What are those?" And I went, "Headlights." I didn't want to explain it to him. I was in so much pain. I just went, "The headlights, just ignore them at the moment." But I reckon that in 4 weeks, my ribs healed so rapidly because of the patches. Really, because they said it would be at least 6 weeks before I could start doing anything again. And I thought I just swam half a kilometer, and yeah, excellent stuff.
Carolyn, I love how you don't buy into any limiting beliefs at all. That is actually one of your keys, your major keys to success. They say, "No, you can't." You say, "Yes, I can." So you
Absolutely. When they told me I couldn't have babies, I thought, "You are not telling me I can't have babies. I'm going to have babies." So I had one of each. That was enough. I was 40 when I had the second one. So yeah, I decided I didn't want any more after 2.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll mute myself now, should I?
Thank you.
Just take your camera off. That's wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to shift over to the next agenda item. Let me bring our, hold on just a second. I'm going to bring our little image of our newsletter. I hope you're all getting the weekly newsletters. Every Monday, we send out the news you can use, and it covers many topics, and specifically those we're going to be speaking about tonight. And the spring sprint is on and going, and we've got a couple of teammates that are just major contenders. John Ward and Connie Lucas, 2 of the world's top point earners with LifeWave, are with us tonight. So if you guys want to turn your cameras on, that'd be awesome. And and I don't know what place you're in. I know that the end of last week, John was tied for first place, and I think Connie was in third place. And these guys are just tearing it up and going for the gusto. So hey, welcome, John. Welcome, Connie.
Hey, thank you.
Hi, Gregory.
Hey, so maybe you just want to share some of your secrets. What are you doing? How are you doing it?
We want to learn from you because we want lots of points too.
And a lot of other people want lots of points.
Hey, John, I led off on Thursday's call, which, what was that, our business chat that we've got?
Yeah, but ladies always go first, and I want some of your secrets.
Age before beauty, John.
Oh, got me. So Connie's a tough competitor here. Yeah, so I realized real quick when I read the sheet for the qualifications that customers was the way to go. And I had kind of a jump start because I've always built a customer base. So I kind of started with a big customer base, and on reorders, I got 3 points. And for new customers, I got 3 points. So and my goal was only to be, I really truly wanted to be a beta tester. That was my first goal. And that was, I needed 50 points, which was the 3rd level. And in 9 days, I got 51 points. So I've just been focused really on my daily mode of operation every single day. I did find another sheet though. I am in the top 5 for the world.
Wow.
So that was pretty amazing. But there's a guy in France that's just smoking me. He has like 74 points, but that's okay. This is for North America. And that's what's cool about this company. They made this contest regional. And I think, Connie, if I'm not mistaken, you saw the same thing that I saw.
Yeah, I did. Well, actually, you pointed it out. So we're on a director's call, and John tells me I hadn't even looked. And I'm like, oh, well, then game on. All right. I had no idea. But it really is how they laid this out. I've been in other companies. I've been a part of how they laid out programs. And I'm going to give, just kudos and a shout out to Emily and to her staff for creating a really well-rounded program. This is something that rewards everybody at every level. There's not a person on this Zoom, there's not a person on your team that can't win something. And it also is rewarding every type of behavior. So to John's point, in the same way, I've never seen a company reward retention. They always reward new, they don't reward retention. And understanding, having the company understand that that is the key to our business. Retention is our business. And so it really was about, for me, just doing what I do as my daily method of operation. I did last couple weeks bring in some new people. But I really quickly saw what John saw, which was retaining what I already had as well as adding new. And so to do that, it's about educating them. It's about, you don't sign them up and you don't forget about them. You keep a customer educated. You find out what it is they want and you support them and you help them give those results. I always say a well-educated customer will never leave you. And when it comes to a distributor, it's the same thing. They may have come in for wealth, they may have come in for health and wealth combined, or purpose or community. But you have to find out from that distributor what it is they want, and it's your job to walk them down that path and help them get there. And with the distributor, you're looking at who's raising their hand, right? Who's saying, hey, you know what? I want to get to manager. I want to get to director. And that's who you dig in with, and that's who you really spend your time and energy with to move them along the path. So I've just been doing that, the daily method of operation of, I reach out to people every day. I follow up with somebody every day. I, make contact and move my people along every day. It's just doing those little things every day.
And I think it should be noted how many you have other jobs you work also. So you're squeezing this in like 5 or 10 minutes at a time.
Yeah, this is, the vast majority of people in network marketing, you got about 2% probably that are full-timers, right? And are you full-time, John?
I am.
Ah, man, someday. But the vast majority of us we're working other things, and this business can be done by part-timers. This business can be done in your daily life. You are meeting with people, talking with people, just asking, are they open, and sending a video. Because of the app, you have the ability to, I've had a few people recently have come on and said, in my downline, and said, but how am I going to do this? I don't have any time. And I say, you're going to do it using the app. You're going to do it using the team and the tools. And if you leverage all of that, it will work right in with the rest of your life.
Oh yeah, what you said there about the app just simplifies everything. It really does. I had somebody that messaged me today. They go, I want to help you be number one. I want to place a 30-day order. I don't even know how she found out that I was in a contest, but people, and the one thing you said is you have to find out where they are and what they want, whether it's a customer or a distributor. And that means that you have to ask questions and then listen, because once you listen and you truly know the problem that they're trying to solve, then you have a solution. And it really shows, I think you probably do the same thing I do. You really approach this from the heart. So it's like from heart to heart, or heart centered, and you just care. And the product is so powerful that, Dr. Shauna said it over and over. This is a product where you really truly can feel do no harm, because there is no harm with what we have, which is amazing.
You guys are champions. Did you have something else you wanted to say, Connie?
I did. I just 2 little takeaways that everybody can do. One is go back to your app and look in your notifications. Go back to all your prospects in there. And if you haven't reached out to them lately, spend 20 minutes just text messaging or messenger on Facebook or something to each of those people. And hey, where are you at? Or did you, I'm guessing you didn't have time to watch the video. Or like today, right before this call, I reached out to somebody and I said, hey, did you get that email I sent? And she said, no, I didn't. I said, well, I'm going to resend it. And I went back into the app and I resent it. She goes, I still didn't get it. I said, great, I'm going to text it to you. So they may not even be getting it, by some fluke, right? Or maybe they got it and they ignored it, and you're just bringing it back to their awareness. So everybody can go back and just double check that sort of thing, and maybe pick up a few people just from going back to your app and revisiting some of your follow-ups.
Beautiful. You guys are totally embodying what we're here to talk about, which is caring and sharing. And the daily method of operation, you both have your own way to do it. You're staying in touch with people, you're connecting, you're caring, you're asking questions, you're listening, and it turns into business. Oops, I guess I'm back. All right.
Welcome back,
Well,
Robin.
We
well,
missed you.
well, you can't get rid of me. We are thrilled to have you here. We just have to show a little commercial break here for a second because this is too cute. Do you see what's going on here? We have a cat on a pillow on a dog. We're being entertained in more ways than one. Thank you guys so much for being such superstars. We're looking for those numbers, and Wednesday we get another update. And like what both Connie and John said, you know, customers, 3 points for a customer, 3 points for a reorder. So there's plenty of time for everyone to get a prize, and there's some wonderful things available. And I know John's already qualified for the next trials, and Connie, you're going to get there too, I'm sure. So that'll be fun. That'll be
Real
great.
quick, one of the coolest prizes is a phone charger that sanitizes your phone at the same time. That's really
pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, David's into keeping us protected. Aren't we lucky? So thanks, guys. All right. So now what we're going to do is last week, David did a webinar, and just so everybody knows, it is available for sharing. And let's scoot down over here. So the replay, did you check the link?
No.
Oh, well, let's hope the link works. If it doesn't, we'll make sure it's in the Facebook group. We'll put it, it's in the feed. We'll put it under the David Schmidt guide or unit, whatever it's called these days. It's unit 14 or guide 14. It was a wonderful webinar. It was very generic and backed by science, and it's available for everyone to watch and to share. And we really encourage you to share it with people. So now we come to the drum roll. Gregory, are you ready for the drum roll?
Where to go?
Oh, that's under Wendy. You got rid of her. No, in here. Well, we'll get there. Okay. Just put Wendy. We're almost there. We've got dual computers sitting side by side. Okay, the drum roll is ready, and we're going to get, I guess, okay, now the drum roll's off, so I should probably show the big screen.
Stop screen.
Stop screen. Okay, can everybody see? So here we go. Let's see if I can do this. That was too slow. And the winner is Ravel. Woohoo! Hey, you know what? She won 2 weeks in a row. How cool is that? What does that mean, huh? Wonderful. Well, congratulations, Ravel, for winning 30, a sleeve of patches, and 30 note cards and envelopes. So they'll be off to you in the mail, and you'll be getting those soon. So congratulations. And that is because she shared a story in our Vibrant Living Facebook group. We have a few more weeks left, and those stories are making a huge difference in acquiring and retaining customers. So if you haven't been visiting Vibrant Living, I go there every day and I get inspired. And so thank you, everyone. Okay, the next announcement is, I gotta clear my throat for a second. Hold on. Where's my mute? Okay, 30 Minutes of Wisdom happens the second and fourth Friday of the month at 8 a.m. Pacific. And this week we have Marilyn King, who is I call her a 3-time Olympian because she qualified for 3, but the third one was boycotted. So she only calls herself a 2-time Olympian. And she considered herself an average athlete. And she's going to be sharing with us about the mindset of a champion and her journey of how she got where she is and how it can translate for each and every one of us to really, really supercharge our productivity and success. So Marilyn has been a dear friend of mine for over 30 years. And if you haven't heard her yet, you're in for a treat. And you know what a treat she is. So you're going to get to hear her again. And why don't you talk about Saturday morning, honey?
Yeah, I'd be happy to. Yeah, we'll move the computer around over here. So we've started our Saturday morning trainings, and last week it was absolutely fabulous. Thank you, Judy and Zena and Sun Wolf. They did a fabulous job sharing step 2 in our 4-step proven plan of action. So last week we focused on sharing. And, and we say we're in the sharing and caring business. We share information about our wonderful products, our incredible business. We share samples. And if you share and care enough, things are going to start happening. So this Saturday, we're going to talk about caring, which is really the follow-up phase of the business. And if you consider sharing to be the seeding process, I love the law of the farm metaphor. If sharing is the seeding process, we're sowing the seeds, and, we plant a garden, or Robin plants a garden every every spring, but I water. I'm out there, we're out there religiously watering the garden, because we know if we don't follow up with the water, we're not going to have a very good harvest, and that's what the caring's all about, the follow up. So we're going to have a great call here coming this
Do we know who's
Saturday morning.
doing it?
Oh, it's a surprise. Yeah, that's a surprise, but it's going to be well worth your time and effort to join us. And last week's is available on our Live Younger YouTube channel, liveyoungeryoutube.com. There's a whole new section for the Saturday trainings. These calls are all loaded up. Each of our calls are loaded into a different section. So that's what's happening this week. And here's our schedule for the week. The other thing that's happening this week, every Tuesday evening, as many of you know, Robin does an X39 intro. And this week, for the first time, we've got Dr. Tom Acklin, who's going to be on with you, right, Robin?
We are really excited. We had a great talk today, and it's so wonderful to learn from all their different perspectives and how they just have embraced this technology and why it's important to them. And it's really designed for you to bring guests, because it's an introduction to the company, the technology, and of course, the star of the show, X39. And then at the end, we have time for your stories and questions. So please line up some testimonials, because we love to hear them. Okay.
So the rest of the newsletter, if you've been getting the newsletters for a period of time, you notice there's a lot of reoccurring things, because we have new people joining us every week. And so we point out some of the vitals. We're so excited about Nitty Gritty and the incredible job that Judy has done, Judy Daniel, creating the Nitty Gritty training website. And there's some basic steps that we encourage if you're enrolling new people, or if you're a brand new person. These are the 4 steps you need to go through. You need to go to Nitty Gritty, the distributor, and the getting started section, cruise around Nitty Gritty, become a little familiar with it. We like to encourage people to download and print the Getting Started guide, and then watch the Getting Started orientation, and then schedule a personal planning session. Those are the 4 initial steps to success. And they're there just to remind you to do that and to encourage all of your new folks to go down that path. If you're not getting the text messages, invite you to enroll in our text messaging system. You just text Live Younger to 96,000. That's 96000. And you'll start getting a 1-hour reminder to our calls. So it's a real easy click through. So, we also have all of our quick access URLs and some other valuable replays. But I think with that being said, I think we're ready to bring this call in for a close.
Perfect.
So we are right on schedule.
Thank our guests.
Thank you, guests.
Helen, thank you for bringing Carolyn on, and John and Connie. Always a treat to learn from both of you. And thank you everyone for showing up on Monday night, or whenever you get to watch the replay, or on Facebook Live. And hello, Facebook people. Love you.
We love you all. See you on the call
Bye-bye.
tomorrow night. Good night. Good day.
Good day, mate.